Okay, 8th graders, today we're talking about solving systems using elimination. And our essential question is, can you use elimination to solve a system of linear equations? This is the final way I'm going to teach you how to solve systems of equations. So to review, we've solved systems by graphing, and you find the point where the two lines cross. We've used substitution, and now we're going to use elimination. So to use elimination, step 1 is to multiply if needed, one or both equations by a constant so at least one pair of like terms has the same or opposite coefficient. Step 2 is to add or subtract the equations. To eliminate one variable. Step 3 is to solve for the remaining variable. And step 4 is to substitute the variable you know in for one equation to find the other value. So that was a lot of words, but let's go ahead and do some examples. The first one is x plus 3y equals -2 and x minus 3y equals 16. So we look at our two equations and we can see that the y's are already opposites, so +3 and a -3. When you have a set of opposites, all you have to do is add the two equations together. So here we would get x plus x is 2x, 3y plus -3y cancels out, and -2 plus 16 is 14. So we can clearly see if we divide by 2 that x equals 7. And if I fill that in, for either one, I'm going to use this top equation. I have 7 plus 3y equals -2. Subtract 7 from both sides. 3y equals -9. Divide by 3. Y equals -3. So let's try it again. 2x minus y equals 9, 4x plus y equals 21. So here I have -1y and +1y. So I can add my two equations up. 2x plus 4x is 6x. -1y plus 1y cancels out, and 9 plus 21 is 30. So if I divide by 6, x equals 5. And then I can fill in for my equation. If I fill in 5 for x here, 2 times 5 is 10. 10 minus y equals 9. So 10 minus 1 equals 9, so y has to equal 1. Let's try the last one. Here we have a 4y and a 4y that are the same. So instead of adding them, if I add them, they would add up to 8y, which doesn't eliminate any of my variables. But if I subtract here, 3x minus 7x is negative 4x, and 4y minus 4y does cancel out. And then negative 6 minus negative 14 gives me 8. So if I divide by negative 4, I can see that x is negative 2. And then I can fill in that x to figure out my y value. So 3 times negative 2 is negative 6. Add 6 to both sides. 4y equals 0, so y equals 0. Alright, moving on to the next row. Here, we're going to have to multiply to get something to cancel out. So, I have a negative 6 and a negative 2x. I have a 5y and a negative 4y. I have to choose one of these to multiply by, or both of these to multiply by. So I always check and see, can I make one of the coefficients just by multiplying one time the same as the other one? And here I can. If I multiply this whole equation by 3, it'll make negative 6x plus 5y equals 25. I just keep that one the same. I don't have to do anything to it. And then I'm going to distribute this 3 to everything. So I get negative 6x minus 12y equals 3 times 14 is 42. And these are the same, so I'm going to have to subtract them. My x's cancel out. 5y minus negative 12y is 17y, and 25 minus 42 is negative 17. So in this case, y equals negative 1. Then I can use any of my equations. I'll use this bottom one. So negative 2x minus 4 times negative 1 equals 14. Negative 4 times negative 1 is positive 4. So negative 2x plus 4 equals 14. Subtract 4 from both sides. Negative 2x equals 10. So x equals negative 5. Let's try it again. On this one, I would multiply just the top equation. I can either multiply by 2 so that the x's cancel out, or I can multiply by 3 so that the y's cancel out. I'm going to multiply by 2. So I get 6x plus 2y equals 22, and I have 6x plus 3y equals 24. And these are the same, so I'm going to subtract to get them to cancel out. 6x minus 6x cancels. 2y minus 3y is negative 1y. 22 minus 24 is negative 2. So y equals 2. Then I can fill that in. So 3x plus 2 equals 11. Subtract 2 from both sides. 3x equals 9. So x equals 3. And on my last one, I can multiply this whole set by 4, so that I have 4x minus 5y equals negative 19, and negative 4x minus 8y equals 32. Here I can add. My 4x's cancel out. Negative 5y plus negative 8y is negative 13y. And negative 19 plus 32 is 13. So y equals negative 1 in this case. And then I'm going to use the bottom equation. Negative x minus 2 times negative 1 equals 8. Negative 2 times negative 1 is 2. So I subtract 2. Negative x equals 6. So x equals negative 6. Alright, flip your paper over. We have 2 real-world examples. Let's see if we can set them up. You buy 8 ferns and 15 flowers for $193. Your friend buys 3 ferns and 12 flowers for $117. Write and solve a system of linear equations to find the cost of each flower. So you buy 8 ferns and 15 flowers for $193. Your friend buys 3 ferns and 12 flowers for $117. Alright, so here's the first problem where we have to multiply both. I can't multiply anything times 3 to get 8 or 12 to get 15. So I'm going to multiply this top equation by 3 and this bottom equation by 8, and that will allow my x's to cancel out. So I have to distribute, and when I do that, I get 24x plus 45y equals 193 times 3, which is 579. And then I get 24x plus 96y equals 8 times 117, which is 936. Since my 24s are the same, I have to subtract them so that they cancel out. 45 minus 96 gives me negative 51y. And 579 minus 936 gives me negative 357. So I divide by negative 51, and I get y is 7. So flowers are $7 each. And then to find how much the ferns are, I can fill in my y value. I'll use this equation. 3x plus 12 times 7 is 84 equals 117. Subtract 84. I get 3x equals 33. So ferns are $11 each. A landscaper buys 4 peonies and 9 geraniums for $190. Another landscaper buys 5 peonies and 6 geraniums for $185. Write and solve a system of linear equations to find the cost of each peony. So here we have to multiply both again. And I'm going to do the top one by 5 and the bottom one by 4. So I get 20x plus 45y equals 950. And 20x plus 24y equals 740. And I'll subtract these so that my 20x's cancel out. 45 minus 24 is 21y, and 950 minus 740 is 210. So, let's see, geraniums are $10 each. But we want to know how much each peony is, so I'll fill that in here. 4x plus 10 times 9 is 90 equals 190. Subtract 90. I get 4x equals 100. So peonies are $25 each. Okay, I've given you 4 problems to try on your own. Go ahead and do those for homework, and have a great night.